Hello student, now I am going to tell you the basic features of UK's constitution. Before that, you have to be very clear about the constitution. What is the constitution actually? So constitution is the body of fundamental rules and laws which actually maintains the structure of a state, and each state has its own origin, history and societal context. So depending upon those scenario, each state has its own unique features regarding its constitution, and it is all about true regarding Britain's or UK's constitution. So there are several features of Britain's constitution, but we are not going to be very detailing on that, but we are just summarizing the more important topic here. So first, it is the blend of monarchy, aristocracy and democracy. So you all know that crown is still prevailing there, and the House of Lords reflects the mode of aristocracy, and it is obvious that Britain is the oldest form of parliamentary democracy. So there is a unique blending of all these three modes of administration. Next one is there is a mixture of written and unwritten element of the constitution. Some portion of the Britain constitution are written and some portions are still unwritten. It has a continuous evaluation, or it has a never-ending evolution. So the way society changes, the way the demands come from the society, according to that Britain's constitution is still modifying. And the written part is, you can show the Magna Carta, the petition of bills, the Bill of Rights and so many of statutes formed later on. The next is the parliamentary sovereignty. Here the parliament is the sovereign body. So the parliament has two camera. One is the House of Commons and another one is the House of Lords. House of Commons is the popular body. During regular interval of elections, the population or the citizen of Great Britain elects their member or representative there, and among the majority of the members finally maintain or finally form the Council of Ministers, which is actually the real head of the state. There is a difference between theory and practice. So in theory or theoretically, the crown, that is the king or queen of the nation, is actually the head of the nation, but in reality the Council of Ministers, or it is the Prime Minister who are in the real position. So there is the difference is called as de-zero and de facto rulers of the country. In fact, the crown is dependent on the Council of Ministers, not the ministers are depending on that crown, but it has, means the crowns has its own utilization. The crown are actually performing several important tasks during the whole process of administration. The next one is the prevalence of rule of law. That is, the common law is the most superior organ in that state. All means all citizens, all institutions, all the officials are under the same law, and the law is actually maintaining the freedom of the people or the citizen of Great Britain. The judiciary is mostly dependent on the common law. Next one is the convention, prevalence of constitutional conventions. The conventions are the unwritten maxim of the state of the country, which is in that process of administration and being followed since the long back period. Now there is a difference, obvious difference between law and the convention, but people are not very much aware about that. To people, it is the law is same and the convention is also same. They are obeying, they are maintaining, they are bound to maintain both of them. They neither have differentiated between law and convention, or nor even question about that convention or the law. Now it is a bi-party system. There are only two major political parties. Second is, the next important one is that there is a notion of collective responsibility. Responsibility means that the Council of Ministers are actually performing their duty as a team. So they are answerable to the House of Commons. If any question comes to a particular minister, then the whole ministry are actually in the bad position. So this is the kind of teamwork they are doing. Another two most important features of the Britain's constitution is the flexible one. That means it doesn't have to go through a very rigorous kind of methods regarding the changes of the basics of the constitution. And another one is the unitary form of the government. That means the central government is in the power, and all power is actually vested on that central government. So this is for now. You can ask me any question in the comment section. You make the comment on which more detailing you requires. I will be there for you. Thank you for watching.